edge any... Hey, you're pretty good at this. And you swim really well, too. You're almost as good as the cats I look after. First, we need to scrape off the scales. Oh, and make sure you also collect the mucus on the fish. The smell of fish, along with that unique grassy smell, it's so strong. But that's okay. It's the potent aroma we need. It's too much for you, huh? I guess I can understand. You're not a professional bartender, after all. Your tolerance for special ingredients is not like mine. All right, that'll just about do it. Soaking the scales in the mucus collected from the fish will help preserve them for now. Next, we need to get some slime condensate. I know a place with tons of slimes. Let's go! Look! Those are the slimes If I go after those slimes, I might ruin all the ingredients I have with me. Can you defeat those slimes and bring me the slime condensate?
You can't run! Judgment!
Did you get the slime Great job! Quick and precise. Only people who don't drink can fight like that. I think slime condensate will enhance the taste and texture of the drink. You might be a little unfamiliar, but aside from the taste of the alcohol, those old drunkards are also very keen on the texture of the drink. They use these beautified ways of describing their drinks. Alcohol is still a terrible thing. The reason why I want to use slime condensate is because I want a dense, sticky consistency. Once I put this into a drink, I'm sure it'll preserve its form and start absorbing the alcohol quickly. Those boozers wanted to try something different, huh? Well, they can try this so I can make the worst drink conceivable and show everyone the true nature of alcohol. In order to attract customers, taverns use all kinds of strategies and schemes to make people believe that alcohol is not only good, but a necessity. They use special ingredients, come up with fancy names, and promote limited-time drinks for holidays and events. They come up with all kinds of reasons to get people drinking. And Dawn Winery is at the heart of it all. They have no boundaries when it comes to selling alcohol. Their one and only goal is to make sure that people keep drinking, and that their own pockets are filled with money. Not only is it a crime, but it's all a scam. No good can come from alcohol. My mission is to make the worst drink ever, to wake people up and free Mondstadt from the jaws of alcoholism. This is why I'm always searching for new ingredients and experimenting with them. However, up until now, I haven't been able to make a single bad drink. No matter what ingredients I use, all the drinks I mix only make those deadbeat drunks all the happier. I've already lost track of how many kinds of ingredients I've tried. I've even used ingredients way more unusual than this, and I've yet to ever succeed. I really don't know what I need to do to make the most horrendous drink in the world. I've always stuck to my own way of making drinks, although I've watched other bartenders before and learned a bit from them as well. What are you trying to say? That my methods aren't professional enough? Believe me, I've done my research. I've studied how to handle a shaker, adjust the temperature of the glasses, and even the subtle techniques of stirring. My mixing technique? You're saying the reason I can't make terrible tasting drinks is because of my technique? It's true that I've never been professionally trained, but I hear from the old drunkards that it's very complicated, that every step must be precise, and that even the slightest mistake is unacceptable. Or else... That's right! Or else the drink will taste bad! I see! I've never thought of it this way before. First, we need to find someone to ask about the techniques of mixing a great drink. Then, we'll use the same ingredients and purposefully mess up every step of the process. Oh, this might finally work. That's a good thing. It'd be best to never have even a single drop. All right, then. First, I need to find a professional bartender, one that I could consult about the ways of mixing a drink professionally. Now, where could I find someone? Does this mean I need to go to Angel's Share or Dawn Winery? Nope, never. I refuse to ever set paw in those places. Don't even ask. I have my own reasons. Let's head back first. We've collected plenty of ingredients. As for the mixing techniques, I'll figure out another way.
Diona? And this is? Oh, it's the honorary knight. Oh, what a coincidence running into you two here. Are you out collecting ingredients? So what are you planning to whip up this time? It's always a surprise to see what you make. I myself know a thing or two about mixing drinks, but Elzer tells me that my drinks can't even compare to Diona's. They seem to lack that special something. I've been looking for some inspiration, but I've been stuck in...
You mean I should ask him for some professional pointers? All right. Perhaps he'll do. Yeah, aren't you trying to find new mixing inspiration? I'm also trying some new recipes out. Maybe we can exchange some ideas.
Oh, why, I'd be honored. No problem at all.
However, for the ingredients, we must use the ones I've just collected. I have lizard tails, butterfly dust, fish scales, and slime condensate.
We need to use these materials, huh? Well, I guess it's time for me to expand my repertoire as well. Let's go back to the winery. I have some basic mixing tools there.
You mean we have to go to Dawn Winery? Couldn't we also go to Angel's Share? They should have a full range of mixing tools.
Well, you are the bartender at the Cat's Tail, right? Given that the Cat's Tail and Angel's Share are competitors, it would be rather inappropriate if you were to mix drinks there. That would probably cause quite a bit of trouble for Margaret as well. Besides, there are many loyal patrons at Angel's Share. With your reputation, it'd cause quite a commotion if you were to be seen mixing drinks there. In any case, I wouldn't recommend going to Angel's Share. Besides, the winery's close by. There's no need for us to go so far.
Speaking of the winery, won't that guy Elzer be there?
Elzer? Sure, he'll be there. But he's been busy lately taking care of guild matters. Why do you ask?
Just as long as he's not around. Our little exchange here is between just the two of us. It'd be best if others don't get involved. Except for the traveler here. We've been out collecting ingredients together. She's kind of like my assistant. She'll be allowed to participate.
Fine by me. Shall we get going? The winery isn't far. We'll...
Delve into destiny.
Oh, you're here. Look, I've already prepared all the tools we need. Sure, they're a little basic, but they should do just fine. I've also prepared a top-shelf bottle of dandelion wine to use as a drink base. Oh, I've also heard that you don't like to see people drink too much, am I right? So today, we'll strictly just exchange techniques. There will be no talk of drinking, and even if we try the drinks, we'll just only have a little taste. How's that sound?
Fine, I suppose. These tools will suffice.
Well, we've always been hoping to invite Diona to our winery to instruct us on her techniques of mixing drinks. Though the preparations have been made, we've just never had the chance. So how could I not be fully prepared now that she's willing to come today? Oh, and to keep things fair, we'll need an impartial judge.
Well, we have the honorary knight.
Yes, but she doesn't look so honest and forthcoming. You are, after all, the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. What impressive discipline. Then who could we find to be the judge?
Connor! There you are! I've been looking for you. What are you doing here?
Elzer, your timing couldn't be any more perfect. I'm about to have a little mixing competition with Diona here.
What? Really? That's great. Would it be all right if I stayed to observe?
Actually, we're looking for a judge. Would you be free to help us out?
Why, I'd be delighted.
What's that old booze sponge Elzer doing here? He doesn't think that I'm here to collaborate with them, don't you know? Elzer used to always show up at the Cat's Tail. Every time he came, he would always be sweet-talking me, trying to get me to work with Dawn Winery to come up with some sort of new drink. He needs to know that that'll never happen. Not until I figure out how to make the most terrible drink in the world.
So then, shall we begin, Diona?
Sure, but like I said before, this is an exchange of techniques as bartenders. Anyone not involved should stay away.
What is that supposed to mean?
Elzer, why don't you just take a break over there? We'll bring over the drinks once they're finished.
Wait, but I was...
Elzer, just...
Right. I shouldn't disturb the mixing process. I'll be over there. Just let me know if you need me.
All right, since I invited you here, I'll begin. Lizardtail's bitter nature will ruin the alcohol's texture and taste. We should soak it in distilled spirits first to remove the bitterness, then add it to the dandelion wine later as flavoring. Slime condensate in small amounts could improve the texture, but not too much, otherwise the alcohol might start to coagulate. The smell of these fish scales is way too strong. There's no way it could go in a drink. And is butterfly dust even edible? Oh well. Let's start mixing and see what we end up with. And voila, it's done. Elzer, if you could please do the honors.
The color and presentation. It looks very interesting. Let me have a try. Upon an initial taste, the impact of the distilled spirits mixed with the refreshing dandelion wine along with a hint of bitterness all work to accentuate the distinct flavor of the drink. And this slightly thicker texture. It really is a memorable drink. Yes, not bad, Connor. Looks like you finally found the right inspiration to guide your mixing techniques.
It's all thanks to Diona. If she hadn't asked for this little exchange of skills and provided all the ingredients, then I'd probably still be confined to my old techniques and usual ingredients. However, I wasn't able to find a way to use the butterfly dust and fish scales. Seems that my creativity is still quite limited.
No one possesses Diona's genius intuition and techniques. No need to be so hard on yourself.
So we actually made something good out of these ingredients. Do you remember all the techniques we used? The process wasn't too complicated. Next, all we have to do is follow the same steps. Alright, first you can try making a drink using the same techniques. Because observation and experimentation come first when a professional bartender is faced with a new mixing technique. As my assistant, you must try your best to make a horrible, terrible tasting drink. Meanwhile, I'll watch closely and see if there's any room for improvement.
So Diona's going to be making the next drink for us, right?
I just can't wait to see what she'll be making.
Sure, but before I do, let's allow my assistant to have a try. She's also very interested in mixing drinks.
Is she a bartender as well? Ooh, aren't we lucky? We're in for a treat. Please, this way. All the materials and tools are already prepared. You may start when you're ready.
I thought we agreed we'd mess everything up. You're just repeating it. Here, let's just dump the lizard tail. That's it.
You put all of it in?
That's right. Add all of it.
All right, Elzer. Could you please...
Who knows? Maybe you'll find some more...
All right. All right.
I'm sorry, but this drink is way too... creative for me. I'm afraid I couldn't stomach it.
Yes, this drink is, very creative. Connor, I think you should taste it.
Looks like it worked! All we have to do is mess up every step of a professional mixing method, and we end up with an absolutely terrible drink! Yes, this is a splendid drink. Here, hand me the drink. Let's keep the alcohol and dump all the other ingredients. First, I'll chop the lizard tail into slices. Then, soak it in the drink. Next, add this... Oh, wait! I almost forgot the fish scales. And then we stir. Come on, be dreadful, be awful, be absolutely disgusting.
Elzer? Diona is mixing a drink.
I've never seen such a technique before, but it is Diona after all.
And we're done. This specialty drink will be the first blow in tearing down the lies of the alcohol industry. Please, have a taste. Come and realize your empty delusions of alcohol.
Whoa! This taste! Why, I've never had anything like it.
Let me try. What a splendid drink! Though the bitterness of an entire lizard tail is quite potent, it is perfectly complemented by the refreshing and sour flavor of the dandelion wine. In addition, the fish scales that were broken up during the stirring process have lost all their fishiness after soaking in the alcohol. The remaining flavor somehow enriches the taste of the drink. The texture of all the slime condensate after fully absorbing all the alcohol has become rich and dynamic. And lastly, the pinch of butterfly dust adds a finishing touch that makes this drink perfect. It is sensational both visually and in taste. A true display of craftsmanship.
What?
The drink I made earlier isn't even worth mentioning compared to this one.
Stop joking around! You two must have drunk so much that your nose and tongue have lost their senses! Huh? Impossible! After all I've done? How is it that my drink still tastes great? I must not have messed up enough somewhere. Please, use this drink as your base and try making your drink again. Whatever you do, just... Yuck! What is this smell? The pungent fishy smell? Sticky slime condensate? Ew! And sponge... No, you didn't really follow the process we discussed. See? Alright.
Ooh, is this another one? Ugh, what is this? Even if you... No, keep it away from me, please, just...
Huh? What's wrong? This is Diona's special... Oh, you are Diona's assistant after all. Your craft so far ahead of the curve that I... Oh, I don't feel so good. Sorry,
In my personal and honest opinion, this drink is absolutely... terrible. Aren't you supposed to be Diona's assistant? The drinks that she... You used the same ingredients and followed nearly this... But how is it that the drinks she...
It's true. No matter what new and unusual ingredients she uses, Diona has never disappointed a...
If you don't believe me, you can ask anyone who's ever gone for a drink in Mondstadt. There's not a single soul that doesn't reminisce about your specialty drinks. All it takes is a single sip, and you'd wish that you could drink it for the rest of your life.
Drink? For the rest of your life?
Yeah, and the most impressive part of it all is the never-ending list of new ingredients that you are using. No matter what kind of ingredients it may be, if you make it, it'll be delicious.
Delicious.
After all, you are the genius bartender of Mondstadt, an originator of unique drinks, and the pinnacle of... Huh? Diona, are you all right?
No, Connor, you overdid it.
Did I really? Sorry, I couldn't control myself.
No, stop joking around. I can make a drink that tastes like that. Here, give me that drink you just made. I'm gonna add all the remaining ingredients. Blizzard. And stir. Come on. Be dreadful. Be awful. Be absolutely disgusting. It can't be that hard. Done! My all-new specialty. And this time...
Oh my, what a fragrance.
And the color.
What is this delightful smell? It's like a whole new sensation for me.
What is this unique coloring? It's another perfect drink.
Stop joking around! You two old drunks! Out of the frying pan. Animal hypostasis emulation. Animal test 6308. Tests appearing out of finish. Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby. Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be... Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it. If it was... Alright, let's... Oh. Hey, looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Paimon may have just forgotten to... Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the... If only I stumbled upon lab supplies as often.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush. Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Written in the stars. Lights out. Shadows of fate. You can't run. Judgment.
To arms! Attack!
Race you! Nice and spicy. Stand clear. Absorption test. Punishment. Axe frying pan into the fire. Squirrel, Mark 2.
Who goes there? Keep the target alive!
Fate is upon you.
Eat this!
Lights out. Judgment.
Attack!
Let me scratch.
Destroy it!
Stop. What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? But
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
that was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance, or at least to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance, but to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But... Wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything, just to...
Alright. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and... well then. May we meet again, Traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar-frosted slime! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one. Yeah. I see how it is. Yeah. You can't run. In the air. Huh? Did you hear that? It seemed like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone in... Nice
There's no
place.
end to this.
Stand clear. Absorption test. Race you!
That was below par.
You're open. You're open.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you both. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that.
Great! Paimon's sugar-frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package. Hey there! A guy called Mung Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang. According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhong Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise, of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please, this way.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, indeed, it seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Simon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be sigil of permission, something, Fatui, research, copy? Huh? Aw, this doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the sigil of permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue, spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? So you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there. There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too. Frisk you!
Shouldn't get careless. You need to hurry up. This was well done. You need to hurry up. Unfortunate fault. Shouldn't get careless. Let's move.
Judgment!
A load of this. Shouldn't get careless. Intensifying heat. You need to hurry up.
Shadows of face!
You'll get frostbite. Not going anywhere.
Hey, yeah! Boba, get them! Animal hypostasis emulation! Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
Written in the stars.
Into the fire! Animal test 6308. Boba, get them! Enhanced animal module 75.
Shadows of fate.
Yeah!
Judgment.
Must counterattack.
Yeah. You can't run.
So quiet.
Eat this! At the frying pan!
Time to fulfill my duty.
Punishment. Yeah. Judgment. You can't run.
My work. Finished.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for? Paimon's seen this happen. Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord talismans like that were once used in the Archon War, maybe the Fatu being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. The plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuhang is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No risk the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to humans. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them.
So how good is you... Really?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
Whenever you're ready. Da 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 da. What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue? Nice and spicy. Animal hypostasis emulation. You're toast! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Yeah. Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we...
Well, that's nice and all.
Unfortunately...
That's so... Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze...
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised... that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Sepis, it's truly a changing of the guard. Yes, now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, The wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.